and it's always a joy spending time with you. And just is lovely sharing my knowledge with you. And yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It really is. How are we all doing? How are we doing? Looking forward to this crystal. It's an interesting crystal, and eucalyptus. Love eucalyptus. It's used for all sorts of things. I'll turn this on too, so that when we look at the crystal, you'll be able to see the crystal a wee bit better, maybe, possibly. And yeah, it's just wonderful being able to. I mean, crystals are a big part of my life, and I love them. They bring me such joy, even just to look at. But they're very practical, and they help in many ways, which is really nice. And you know, they're a supplement to medicine, I guess you could say. And so are essential oils. They are too, but they are quite wonderful as well. And I create all sorts of things with essential oils. They are extraordinarily useful and very easy to blend. And you don't even have to, like, you can make balms and things like that as well. And I do a couple of balms and things, but mostly it's just all blends that go into a bottle that you can use pretty instantly. Although it is good to leave a blend that you've created for about 24 hours if you can before you start using it. And that's fine usually. I usually make mine in the morning on one day and then they're ready to go the next. So it's all good. It's all good. Wonderful. Excellent. Well, crystal. It is called the Quantum Quattro. It is a beautiful, beautiful crystal, and it has a lot of depth to it. It is really, really lovely. I do love it. It looks very different in the raw as well, which is nice, but I go with raw and polished. I just like, it just depends on what the crystal is and what calls to me. AJ, yes, it does. It looks like a stream, doesn't it? Hi, Jen. Lovely to see you. It does. It looks like a beautiful water stream just flowing through the crystal. And that's lovely. I'm glad you said that. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. I like that. And, you know, there are some crystals that, you know, they captivate us. And that can often be because of their sparkle. Maybe it's their colour that draws you. And some because they just seem to carry an almost tangible presence as well. Yes, I do, AJ. Yes, I do. So glad you came back. Lovely to see you. Quantum Quattro belongs to the last group. It has that tangible presence, really. Hey, Michelle. Hello. Hello, Maribel. Herlo? Was that hi, Joe? Hi, you said, Michelle, you pressed enter first, did you? Oh, that's no worries, AJ. I'm so glad to see you again here today. That is just brilliant. It's made my day. You know, there's some days where, you know, I said to my husband, he's just gone out to do a few things, and I said to him, well, I don't know if I can do this. He said, which one is it? I said, it's my crystal one. He said, you'll be fine. You'll do it. And he's right, because I love seeing all your bubbles. And you're lovely to see AJ's bubble back again. You know, it's just beautiful. How's he on again today? I didn't know Sam was on today. He's not usually on today, is he? Or are you just playing his music? Only his music? Yeah. He's live on there, is he? Okay. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, I'd have to look that up because I love him too. But if he's on now, not much good for me, hey. Oh dear, I love it. But yes, it's my pleasure, AJ. My pleasure. Oh, right. Okay. So, right. Yeah. So that's. Has he been on for about an hour then? Not sure. I can't work that out. Yes, I did work it out. Yay! Yeah, and the first time you hold this glorious wee piece of a crystal, it is it feels like, and like AJ said, it looks like a river, and it just feels like you're holding an entire landscape in it. It's not a single mineral, and we'll get to that. It is created from a whole lot of different minerals, and it has its beautiful swirls of the deep green and the turquoise. There's some soft teal there as well. There's the rich earthy tones, and they all are weaving across this beautiful surface. And each of the colors, I love it. It's like it's telling a story of a different mineral because it's made up of a whole lot, and it's lovely that you're getting held from the the same. A whole lot of different minerals in it. Why did my music just stop? Let's try that again. Who knows? You've never seen this one before? Yeah, AJ, not all of them actually. Not all of them. I have probably 60-40 in polished and in raw. So yeah, it just depends what I want to use it for too. If I want something to hold all the time, then I'll definitely go polished. But other ones that I'm not going to be using as much, then and the raw will call to me, I get it. It's just whatever it calls to me. Hey Divyam, it is a crystal. This is quantum quattro crystal, and it is beautiful. It is. It's just. It really is so tangible. It really is. It's just lovely. There is perhaps maybe possibly. Quantum crystal's biggest lesson that you learn. Sorry, I'm just shifting things around. I can't multitask, just so I can get more space. And nature didn't ask these minerals to become identical before allowing them to coexist. Malachite, it's got malachite in it. Malachite remained malachite. Chrysocolla remained chrysocolla. Shattuckite. That's a hard one to get your mouth around. It still remained that. The diapatase, it remained diapatase. And yet together they've created something so beautiful. And it's like something, its beauty is found not in the sameness, but in the harmony of all those blends together. My favorite crystal, oh, sorry, I didn't turn my sound off on my, there we go, do that. Turn the sound off. My favorite types of crystals, probably my palm stones are the favorite types. I have a palm stone up here. Oh, if I can reach it. No, that's a heart. This is a palm stone. So ones that are shaped like this, that just sit beautifully in my palm, they're the type of crystal I probably like the most, because I'm a touchy-feely person. And so I love to pick them up and touch them and hold them. And little palm stones like this just sit into your hand so beautifully, and you can carry it around with you so much easier than a lot of my other crystals have spikes and pokes, and they're just not the same. So yeah, I do. The type I like is probably the palm stone. When we look at this, at Quantum Quattro, I think we're reminded that when we're waiting to be healed from something, it's almost a blend of things that happens, and that's what this crystal is so beautiful and teaches us, that there is more than just that one thing that will help with that healing. And because all these things are inside this beautiful crystal, there's a whole lot of other minerals and things inside this beautiful crystal. We find those things inside of us too. The joyful parts, the frightened parts, those very wise parts, and the wounded parts. They're all there, but they are finding a peaceful way of living together. And that's what this one shows. It shows how we can do that. It is not a crystal that is... It doesn't like dramatic it doesn't encourage dramatic transformation. It likes integration better than dramatic. But it is a crystal that invites us to stop fighting ourselves and beginning to listen to ourselves. And that is a difficult one sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to have that damn good argument with yourself and not listening properly to ourselves. Exactly. When you pick up a crystal, a different one, and you it just is like that. It's like every single crystal has its own beautiful story. It really does. It absolutely does. Look at this. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. And with all its little bits and pieces going on, it really is crazy. But it's... And that's what often we are like. We're striving for perfection, but there's harmony in this crystal, absolute harmony, and we can create that too inside ourselves. And this crystal is not something. It's not a crystal for perfection, and it's not a crystal of healing, but it is a crystal of reconciliation, and it just helps us discover that that deepest peace that often comes when we're just trying to divide our lives into neat little categories, and instead we need to embrace that rich, beautiful complexity of being a human being. And this is the wee story that comes out of this story each time. It's a comparatively modern crystal, And just seeing if my tea is, is cool enough to drink. Oh, getting there. So there's not a lot of history about it. I didn't swallow that properly either. So, you've got amethyst, you've got lapis lazuli, you've got jade. Their stories go back thousands of years. But Quantum Quattro has only been around for decades, probably. More so than even years, decades. And it is a widely sought after crystal. It is, collectors love it, and any lapidaries, stone places, they are starting to really notice its beauty, and its beauty often is coming a lot from its copper-bearing minerals. It has beautiful copper-bearing minerals in it. It does, doesn't it? It does. It really does. It looks like something that has been painted. It's amazing. You do see some crystal in there, yeah. Its name, Quantum. So that name reflects a beautiful composition. So quantum suggests the idea of interconnectedness and the very subtle relationships between seemingly separate parts. And then you have the quattro, and that just means four, obviously. And that refers to this crystal's original four other stones, the other four principal minerals that are in there. So it's got malachite in it. It's got, as I said, malachite, chrysocolla, the shattuckite, and the diapatase. Those are part of its makeup. You can get Quantum Quattro that will also have cuprite in it, smoky quartz in it, and a very rich chrysocolla silica as well, and then it might have tenorite in it too. So that makes each piece very, very unique, which is really quite cool. So therefore there's no sort of ancient myths about it. It hasn't been around long enough, but each mineral in it carries its own history. So malachite was adorned by the jewelry of the ancient Egyptians. Chrysocolla was treasured through the ancient Mediterranean for its calming beauty. The diapatase, that one has fascinated collectors quite a lot because it has very vibrant emerald crystals in it. And then the shattuckite, that has become quite well known among contemporary crystal practitioners, and it's associated with insight and communication. And look at all those beautiful hearts. I love the hearts. One of the varieties of Quantum Quattro is lovely because there are no two pieces that are ever identical, because not all of them have all of those minerals in them. They have different ones, a collection of them. And usually being quattro means they will only have four of all of those ones that could be in there. So no, they're not, AJ. No, they're all unique in their shape and in their makeup. in their mineral makeup as well. So you will find one that might be like a palm stone. You'll find one that might be a tower as well. But I've seen raw ones too, which are very, very different to this one as well. So no, so they will be unique in all ways. You have some of the pieces have those sweeping bands of malachite in it, and only small pockets of chrysocolla. Mine's got more malachite in it, and others appear almost oceanic. Actually, that one's quite oceanic, really, isn't it? Yeah, I think this one is much more the turquoise, blues and soft greens in my one, and some of the Quantum Quattro will contain the sparkling diapatase crystals that the diapatase really sparkle, and so some might have that in it, and amongst the beautiful velvety malachite. And then others might have tiny little inclusions of cuprite and smoky quartz. The ones I've seen that are raw have a lot more smoky quartz. Yes. So yours has got more of smoky quartz in it, Jen, than the chrysocolas and the malachites. Is it sparkly as well? Because then it might have a bit of the diapatase in it too. Because it's so varied, this means that every piece has its own personality too, a beautiful personality of its own. Okay, so it might have a bit of the emerald diapatase in it, if it's a little bit sparkling, which is really cute. I like that. You will find that some of them will feel really, really grounding. And that is because they'll have a stronger malachite content. And then you'll have others that feel much more peaceful and just flowing like little streams on this one, I love that you said that, AJ. I'm gonna talk about that all the time, the streams. And that flowing, that sort of more peaceful flowing, that's the chrysocolla in it. And then some seem very bright and much more sparkly, so yours could have a much more chrysocolla in it too, as well as the diapatase. And then some seem even brighter and awakening. It just depends what energy you get from it. And diapatase becomes more prominent when they're like that. So they're not, all these differences are not flaws. Collectors, they really treasure them as reminders that each crystal expresses its own harmony, because of all of its own little minerals in its own beautiful, unique way. So it's fabulous. Yes, I love that. That's so cool, AJ. That's brilliant. Absolutely. So what class does it belong to? Well, because it has so many other parts to it, it doesn't actually neatly pop into a single mineral family. Quantum Quattro is described as a composite copper-bearing mineral assemblage, is what they call it. So it's not one single mineral. It's Quattro, 4, and it's a lot of it. it's not one single mineral species, but it is like a naturally occurring combination that has several sort of secondary copper minerals formed together within the same geological environment. So they're you know they've picked all that up from the same environment. Excuse me, losing my voice. But its primary composition is the malachite, and that is malachite is a copper carbonate hydroxide mineral. And then you have chrysocolla, and that is a hydrated copper silicate. And then the shattuckite, that is also a hydrated, that's also a hydrated copper silicate. And then you have the diapatase. Those are the four main ones in most of them. But as I said, some have the others as well. Why does that keep stopping? This is annoying. It's annoying. And so diapatase has a hydrated copper cyclosilicate, so slightly different to the chrysocolla and the shattuckite. But because these minerals grow together naturally, the quantum quattro is more appreciated, less for its mineral classification and more for the extraordinary geological story it tells, because it's collected all these four things and wrapped it together in this beautiful crystal. It's like a community of minerals living in beautiful harmony in one crystal, which is beautiful. I love it. The first quantum quattro, it was found in a very rich yes, some of the raw ones of this quantum one, some of them I've looked at them too, and some of them are amazing. But in New Zealand, I could only get the polished one, which was interesting. Oh, I feel like something's crawling on me. Good night, AJ. Blessings to you. The best quantum quattro specimens are found in that very rich copper deposits in Namibia, particularly within the very famous Cayo Coveld region, and they have a lot collected there. And although it's related mineral combinations, they also occur in the Democratic Republic of Congo and other copper-rich geological environments too. But in this particular part, in the Cayo Coveld, I'm probably saying it all wrong, region in Namibia, this is where you find all four of those minerals together. These landscapes, they're all beautiful, strikingly beautiful actually. They have rugged mountains, they have big, vast desert plains, they have very copper-rich groundwater that slowly moves through the fractures in the rock, and then it deposits layer upon layer of different minerals until the remarkable combinations of this are formed. So beautiful. Hey Dina, lovely to see you. Beautiful teacher you are. Please follow Dina. They absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. It's my pleasure, Dina. It's beautiful. Its birthplace actually is a birthplace. It reminds us of that beauty that often emerges through long processes of change. How many of us are doing that? Long processes of change. And there's nothing about Quantum Quattro that happened quickly. Even though it's only been around for decades, not thousands of years, it still didn't happen quickly. Every color in it, every beautiful color in it, every beautiful stream in it, and every pattern in it, you know, and every mineral in it represents thousands and often millions of years of patient geological evolution. So it has all that in it, but as a crystal or as a whole, it's only been around for decades. It's fascinating, eh? Very fascinating. Oh, excuse me. It's pretty soft, actually, and I guess that's because of all of the harmony of all the minerals inside it that make it softer. It's only a 3.5. Some of them might go up to a 5 on the Mohs scale as in hardness, and because some of the other minerals that are inside it that are soft, that makes a difference to its hardness as a whole. And so usually you'll find that they're, you know, sort of 3.5 up to possibly 5 on the Mohs scale. And so it does make it absolutely noticeably softer than quartz, definitely. You'd look at mine and you think there's nothing soft about that. But if I dropped it, it would go into 1,000 pieces. And so it is very, very vulnerable to scratching, absolutely. But hey, because it's so, you know, it's got its own little thing going on there, it, you know, a few scratches might just create it, add to its beauty. Only just discovered in the last few decades, so it's only been around as a composite crystal for the last few decades, Dina. But the what it's made up of is malachite, diapatase, shaptokite, and something else, chrysocolla. And those minerals have been around for thousands of years. And as the copper water has been flowing across the rocks in the mountains and the fissures where this is found, they have had those minerals in them which have dropped and formed inside this crystal. So yeah, so it's Quantum Quattro, and the Quattro obviously for 4, so it has the 4 other minerals inside it. Yeah, it's very cool, eh? It's very cool. It is probably, you know, I often say that the crystals, probably just about every single crystal I've talked about is good for meditation. This is the stone for meditation. It really is. And it's pretty much almost called that, the meditation stone. And a beautiful one like this as a pendant, you know, it would be amazing. You'd have to have an amazing jeweler to be able to do it because of its softness, but it can be done. It can be done. But you don't want to, if you do get one that you can wear, don't wear it every day. Like this one I have on every day. It goes in the shower with me. I very rarely take it off. But if I had one of these, I'd probably save it for going out to dinner or, you know, something like that, because of its softness. It doesn't like that heavy daily wear. But its softness is a beautiful metaphor too, you know. Not everything that is beautiful and precious like this has to be hard. You know, sometimes that softness, that gentleness requires a little, maybe a little more care. And then that care deepens our appreciation. It's fabulous. Its composition, its mineral composition, it's very rich in copper. Thank you, Michelle. I love sharing it too, because then all the research I have to do again, like I've known about crystals for years, but all the research I have to do, it's just like, it's a new thing for me too. It's so beautiful. It really is. So yes, this one is very rich in copper, and it's present throughout all of its primary minerals as well. So copper plays my pleasure, Michelle. Copper plays an essential role in the formation of malachite, chrysocolla, diabetase, and shattuckite, and that's why it looks like that. It's got its characteristic greens, because all of those are pretty green. Its principal mineral, I think I've already mentioned this. I never know what I've mentioned and what I haven't. I start babbling along. Is the copper carbonate hydroxides. I don't think I did say that. So yeah, well I did. Yeah, the hydrated copper silicates and the hydrated copper cyclosilicates. There are trace minerals and silica often contribute to its texture as well and its variation. So Jen's one will look very different to mine, and hers has got a little bit more of the black in it, so it's probably got a little bit more smoky quartz in it. So it's not one mineral. So don't think of this as one mineral. It's more helpful. It's more helpful to imagine Quantum Quattro as an orchestra. You know, each mineral is playing its own little instrument, but together they are creating perfect harmony. You know, it's a harmony that's far richer than anyone could achieve alone. You need an orchestra to get a really rich harmony, and that's what's going on in here. It's tactile. It really is. You can see it's just lovely to touch and feel. But again, it's something I wouldn't pick up and hold all the time, although it's going to be held for the whole time we're talking here, because it's just lovely. It needs some love. Polished pieces, they're smooth, they're cool in your hand as well. Like, even though I've been holding that, just sitting it in my palm now, it's still cool, which is really cool. Normally they warm up the more you hold them, but this one is still cool. It's still cool. And it's the flowing patterns in it. They sort of encourage the wee fingers to trace around its natural curve. So this has a beautiful natural curve, and you know, you just wanna you know, it's just lovely. Some of the specimens contain that beautiful malachite bands that are like rippling water, like streams, like AJ said at the beginning, you know, and others will have a little bit more of a sparkle, like Jen said, which has the more diapetase crystals hidden amongst the velvety green surfaces. So, hey Chris, welcome. Lovely to see you. I always love seeing your bubble popping. I love all your bubbles. That's so beautiful. It's getting quite warm in here. It's the middle of winter. Its energy signature no, its structure is, it's like painterly, and I think AJ said that too. It looks like it's been painted. And it's like nature has blended all the different shades of blue and green across its glorious canvas. And if you look closely, you begin to notice that there's no boundary is abrupt. They're all just smoothly moving in between each other. There's no sharp divisions or anything like that. Yes, that's beautiful. Love bubbles. I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that. That's gorgeous. And yes, down to its energy signature now, it's one of integration. So it invites those lovely, steady sort of inner conversations, not those frantic, what are you doing conversations, but just those beautiful, still inner conversations. It is wonderful to help you acknowledge conflicting emotions and helps you not to become overwhelmed with them. I have, since my crying on Saturday, I've been doing it. I've been leaking all week, so this has had a lot of work just to try and balance them. So and especially not to get overwhelmed by them. Joy and grief. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit joyful when you're grieving. They can exist together. They really can. Strength and vulnerability, they can coexist. Confidence and uncertainty, they can sit side by side. And you might be drawn to this. You'll look at this and you'll go, oh, that's me, I gotta have that. I do that a lot with crystals. Hence why I have quite a few. And it just reminds us, that we're all going through different sorts of transitions, and we are not fragmented beings waiting to be fixed. We're not broken. We are beautifully complex. I wrote that. I'll tell you why in a minute. Beautifully complex beings that are learning how every experience has contributed to who we are now. Harmony, no rough edges, no. Yeah. Yes. Our feelings can be very much like them. Absolutely. When I was doing this and writing this, I was like, yeah, beautifully complex, and that's like me. I am beautifully complex. When I was I'd been having knee problems for years, and I had this amazing physiotherapist who would fix me, get me back out running again, and then I'd have to go back again after a month or so, fix me again, and I'd go back. And when it finally came to the point where, Joanne, you've done enough, you need to get that replaced, she referred me to the surgeon, and in her blurb she said that I was a very complex body. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is amazing. So we are beautifully complex, and if I wasn't complex, then I wouldn't be this. So this is me. It's fabulous. It is connected to the heart chakra, and I'm sure most of you probably guessed that. Its energetic center is of compassion and connection and forgiveness, and very authentic relationship as well. And this connection, it comes up because of its many colors, the many colors of green, and green is my favorite color. But it's not simply that. Yes, that is beautiful, but it's not simply that. It's also more because of the way the crystal just demonstrates harmony. It's got all those 4 beautiful things inside it, and it has created something amazing. And our heart chakra is often very misunderstood. Most people only think of it as the romantic love type chakra, but no, it's the meeting place between our earthly experience and our higher aspirations. And it is the stable center of the bottom 3 and the top 3 chakras as well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful chakra. So look after it and keep it balanced and keep it loved. It helps us to integrate thought and feeling and strength and tenderness and giving and receiving. And Quantum Quattro, just that's what it is. It is beautifully that. And, different minerals, they coexist fabulously. Like there's 4 of them in this, but they haven't lost their individual identities. And the heart chakra just encourages us to embrace every part of ourselves with kindness rather than judgment. There are parts of what's going on out there, parts of us that we might go, don't like that much, and there's other parts is like, yay, you're beautiful. But you're beautiful as a whole. All those parts together make this most beautiful, amazing human being that you are. And Quantum Quattro represents that. Beautiful harmony, beautiful harmony. Working with it, especially working with it this week, with my emotions up and down and up and down and leaking, and I've been trying to record tracks. Nah, that's not happening. So you're not getting any tracks this week, I'm sorry. It's just, we go through times like that, and Quantum Quattro is, it doesn't want us to look at ourselves and go, well, which part of me should I get rid of? And to be honest, I'm sure a lot of you could say, well, yeah, I've got a part like that. But instead ask yourself, what part of me is asking to be understood? I am getting so hot in this cardigan. I'm going to take it off. Don't know what this crazy weather is doing. Middle of winter and I can't keep a cardigan on. I'll probably get cold later. So yeah, that shift, if you can shift from that, then, from that rejection of that particular part of you, to compassion for that part, that lies at the heart of genuine healing. And the heart chakra does that. It really does that. A Quantum Quattro is, it's a wonderful companion. And, it's a wonderful companion for whenever life just feels really complicated, or very emotionally layered. And that's the week I've had, very emotionally layered. And it's been fabulous to keep me sane, I guess. And rather than turning to this beautiful crystal with the expectation that it will solve our problems, instead just allow it to remind you that, things often arise through patient reflection. And, even though this one has only been around for decades rather than, thousands of years, it still was patient to make this. It still had layer upon layer built over and to make it into this glorious, beautiful crystal. And so we need to be patient too. Hold the stone, definitely, in meditation. I think that is the biggest thing for this. I mean, yes, journaling, yes, just sitting in stillness. That's meditation as well. It's beautiful. And just make it part of a ritual. And, it doesn't have to be long. It could be 5 minutes, could be one breath. But, one breath is meditation still. And just see what happens. Just be still and hold it at your heart, hold it at your heart space, and just close your eyes and be still. And just see what arises, and what it tells you. Crystals talk to you. They really do. And especially with this one, it talks to you and asks about the different parts of your inner world that you might be trying to communicate with, and it helps you to discern which parts of this amazing human body that want to communicate to you, and it will bring that up when you're meditating. It's beautiful, rich tapestry of colors that just, to me, that just encourages us to honor those huge, many roles that we play throughout our life. We are never just one thing. We could be carers, creators, friends, maybe we're parents, students, teachers, or dreamers, but that's not who we are. But Quantum Quattro just it reminds us that these different aspects of us, they don't need to compete with one another. They can live in harmony, and they can enrich one another as well. So one part can enrich the other part of you beautifully. And in this beautiful way, the crystal becomes less about escaping life and more about embracing it with a much bigger openness. So it invites us to build a life which our values, our emotions, our relationships, our aspirations, they all support one another rather than, pulling us in different directions. And it can do that beautifully. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Martin. Yeah. Yeah. So seek the clarity without the questions, and and your beliefs will stay strong. But ask the questions. Ask the questions. And maybe something will change and shift, but maybe something will grow with those beautiful beliefs, because that's part of who you are, who you're made up of. And everything, the clarity that you're seeking will just merge in with those, and beautifully. And so do that, absolutely. Now, archetypes, for those of you who haven't, I think you all have heard me say this though, they're like patterns of human experience that they've appeared over different cultures, myths, stories, and psychology. So they're not fixed personalities, they're symbolic energies. And so this primary archetype with this beautiful crystal is healing. It's the healer that is mostly associated with this crystal. The healer, the healer doesn't seek perfection. It doesn't promise instant transformation. It's the archetype that understands that healing begins with presence. And compassion, and the willingness to listen deeply, The healer recognizes that every wound that we carry, that part of our story, and that every story deserves kindness rather than judgment. And most of you know me. I'm going through a big story. But I have to look at that in a kind way. It's given me you. So, it's beautiful. Yes, Martin. Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know you, Martin, but I'm just getting this feeling that even if you don't have this crystal, print out a picture. This works just as beautifully. Print out a picture and hold that to your heart, and then just sit there. Don't even say anything. Just sit there in stillness, in meditation, in breath. If you are this type of person that your monkey mind starts going, then breathe in its beautiful integration energy on this crystal, and then just sit there. And there is a beautiful revelation. There is a beautiful revelation that is waiting to be revealed to you, Martin. A beautiful, beautiful revelation. And even if you have a quartz, because quartz is the master crystal, then sit with the quartz and do it with the quartz. But yeah, I just, I really, really feel that. Yeah. Right. Back to this. It's about becoming someone with this archetype. It's about becoming someone even more whole, because we learn to embrace all those parts of us. We learn to embrace all the chapters of our journey, the pages in our book, with wisdom and compassion. And Chrysocola's in there. Quantum Quattro will just help. The energy in it will just help you open your mind and see that beautifulness inside you. Chrysocolla should be handled with care. It is relatively soft, as we said. And because it has a lot of copper-bearing minerals in it, it doesn't like water. So a little few drops here and there, fine, but it doesn't like soaking, definitely not soaking, because that will affect its surface over time. And it shouldn't be used in any water that you're going to drink either, because of the copper content. So if you wanted to get its energy into your glass of water or your cup of tea, place the crystal beside it, beside the water vessel. And in here, there's no water in there, and those crystals are creating a beautiful energy into the water, and it tastes amazing. And you can get that same effect by having a crystal sitting beside the cup or the glass or the bottle. Clean it with just a nice soft cloth, a dry cloth, not a wet cloth, and don't use chemicals or anything like that on it. Don't use ultrasonic cleaner either. A lot of people do use those for crystals. This one does not like that either. Don't use that. And because of its copper in it, once you've been handling it a lot, like after I've finished here today, I will go and wash my hands, because especially if I'm going to eat straight away afterwards, because the copper will, I'm holding it, I'm caressing it, I'm loving it, and that copper gets into your skin, and so you don't want to start eating your food. It's okay if you're using knife and fork, you're going to use your hands, but just remember, it's just the copper in it. That's all. It is beautiful. It serves beautifully for meditation, contemplation, and it is very symbolic of personal growth. It's not a substitute for professional medical and psychological care. It just works alongside it. But its greatest gift is not that it changes us, it's thus that it helps to remind us of something we often forget, that every part of who we are has the potential to belong and work together. And from that beautiful belonging, then that's where you find genuine healing starting to begin. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. It really is. I just love it. I love it. How are we all doing? Doing well. Good, Jen. All right, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus essential oil. It is, if you've got a cold, sniff it in. It's beautiful. It's probably one of the oils that is instantly recognizable when you hear its name, and one breath. Absolutely, one breath is just like boom. Everything's cleared, everything's awake. I'm awake now, and it's fabulous. Its aroma is freshness, amazing freshness. It's cool, it's bright, it's very invigorating. It's like it's like when you smell it, it's like a breeze has swept through from an ancient forest after rainfall. It's just got that going on. But beneath its beautiful, familiar freshness, there is a beautiful, deep story underneath it. Eucalyptus is not just an oil for clearing the breathing. It is an aromatic sort of symbol of renewal, resilience, and life's continuation, continual invitation to release those things that don't longer serve us. Yes, they do. They love it. It's what they live on. If eucalyptus could speak, it will probably begin with a single word: breathe. And not simply because breathing sustains us. If we didn't breathe, well, you know what? But it's because every beautiful conscious breath becomes an amazing opportunity. And it's an opportunity to let go of yesterday and welcome in this beautiful present moment. Every inhalation is an act of receiving, and every exhale is an act of release. So every time you breathe in, you're receiving. And every time you breathe out, you're releasing. It's very, very good. And if you want to do a breath meditation, just do that. Breathe in, receiving. Have your hands in the receiving position. And then breathing out, releasing. So you can breathe in with your hands, receiving, and you can breathe out, releasing. It's a lovely, simple way to be still and to clear things in you as well. and with eucalyptus burning beside, diffusing beside you. Ah, beautiful. Eucalyptus, it understands that rhythm instinctively, that breathing in, that breathing out. And, you know, it's when you inhale eucalyptus, it just naturally wants that motion, that breathing in, that breathing out, and just to flow naturally through you. In its natural world, eucalyptus trees, they're amazing. They are remarkable survivors. Many species have evolved to withstand drought, intense heat, and even bushfires. What happens is they often regenerating with amazing vigor after those challenging type conditions. And so isn't that beautiful for us? You know, resilience. It's not about avoiding the difficulty, but by discovering how to grow through it. And this oil, these trees, they really encompass that. It's just reflected absolutely beautifully in it. Unlike oils that draw us into contemplation, and this one's not going to do that, it lifts our gaze towards the horizon, you know, to what it encourages us to move, to breathe deeply, and when you breathe deeply, you can think clearly, and you know, to remember those fresh beginnings that are always available, no matter how heavy yesterday felt. Today is a new day. And obviously its history is in Australia. It's where it begins, and those magnificent trees have stood for millions of years, much longer than aromatherapy ever existed. So the trees have always been healers. They always have, way before essential oils came along. The Aboriginal Australians, they developed amazing relationship with the land, and they understood the value of eucalyptus in daily life. The leaves were traditionally used in a variety of practical ways, including preparations that supported well-being and comfort, as well as being placed over warm ground, or incorporated into steam-like practices, like steam tents and things like that. And those traditions formed part of a much broader cultural understanding of country, plants, and holistic well-being. So when European botanists arrived in Australia during the 18th century, they were immediately fascinated by these trees, these big towering trees, and fascinated by the aroma that the leaves had. And so then by the 19th century, eucalyptus had spread across Europe, across Africa and the Americas. And it is valued for its timber, but also for its fragrant oil. Hospitals, sanatoriums, homes, we all embrace that beautiful eucalyptus because it's such a refreshing aroma, and it is a symbol of cleanliness as well, and fresh air. Its popularity it continued to grow throughout the 20th century as steam distillation techniques became more refined and aromatherapy developed and into a recognized complementary practice. And so today, eucalyptus remains one of the world's most widely used essential oils. And that's not only for its invigorating aroma, its fragrance, but because of its reputation and with traditional wellness rituals as well. So beyond the practical uses, it has become a symbol of endurance, and many species regenerate after bushfires. And what they do is they produce fresh shoots from the protected buds beneath their bark. And this amazing ability to recover has inspired generations to see that beautiful tree as a fabulous living reminder that renewal often follows even the most difficult seasons. And it is, the symbolism there is beautiful. Eucalyptus belongs to the Myrtaceae family, known as the myrtle family, and that's a very large botanical family. But the ones you know the most are probably tea tree, clove, and myrtle, probably the three that you would know most. But there are several other beautiful aromatic plants that are rich in essential oils as well. There are more than 700 recognized species of eucalyptus, and only a very small number of those are commonly used for aromatherapy. The ones that are commonly used are the Eucalyptus globulus words, which is the blue gum one. That's probably the best known one too, and it contains very high levels of what they call 1-8 cineol, and which is also called eucalyptol, not eucalyptus, eucalyptol, and it produces that classic penetrating aroma, you know, that most people associate with eucalyptus. And then you have the radiata. That is the one I probably get the most of here, is the radiata. It's a lot softer, slightly sweeter. Children much prefer the radiata than the globulus, and because its aroma it feels more gentle, and but it still has that wonderfully fresh smell though. Then you have the Citriodora, and that is more accurately classified as the Corymbia citriodora. If you want me to write any of these down, let me know, because they probably sound different when they're written, if you know what I mean. They often an entirely different personality. That one has a much more bright sort of lemon-like fragrance, and that is rich in citronella, and so that one is often used in the outdoor blends, and but you can use it as like sprays in the house as well. So each species expresses the spirit of eucalyptus differently, but they all carry the very common threads of freshness, movement, and renewal. So one of the most fascinating aspects of eucalyptus is its versatility. It's not just a one show pony oil. It's or the varieties just share that recognizable freshness, but each possesses its own beautiful, distinct personality. So if you went for the Globalist, that is the one that is like the wise physician of the family. It's strong, it's direct, it's unmistakably cleansing. It clears the air, both literally and symbolically, and it has a beautiful presence about it. It clears away everything, all the unnecessary, to leave what only truly matters. Then the Radiata, it's more like the gentle teacher. Its aroma is softer and much more rounded. That one is beautiful for offering clarity without overwhelming the senses, and it is great encouraging calm focus because it clears everything out, and then it helps you then to be patient, waiting for renewal. Okay, Maribel, thank you for coming, beautiful. We'll see you again soon. The Citriodora is what they call the joyful explorer, because it's bright, it's uplifting, and it's lively, and it brings a beautiful, playful freshness that is wonderfully energizing. It is beautiful, and it just reminds us that renewal, it can be joyful rather than serious as well. Absolutely. And regardless of the variety, eucalyptus always carries movement. It dislikes stagnation. It just wants to move. And whether that's emotionally, mentally, or just symbolically, it's a message of flow and circulation and that forward momentum. The fragrance of eucalyptus it is recognized immediately, but it is very layered as well when you start to explore it. When you first smell it, it's intensely fresh and cool and crystalline in its clarity. It's bright, it's camphorous. It has little camphorous notes in it. They come up first, and then that creates that sensation of crisp mountain air, or rain falling through the forest. It has that too. And then as the fragrance develops, then you get the green sort of nuances starting to emerge, and that's reminiscence of like crushed leaves, woody branches warmed by sunlight, that sort of thing. But beneath those brighter notes is a very subtle woody earthiness, and that just anchors the aroma, and that prevents it from feeling really sharp or fleeting, because often very, very pronounced freshness and coolness will be gone pretty quickly. Some varieties, they have little hints of mint, citrus, or sweet herbs, but others may have that deeper resinous sort of undertones. And despite all those differences, all genuine eucalyptus oils, they share a beautiful ability to create a feeling of spaciousness, both within a room, but also within your mind and your body. Beautiful. It's almost like architectural, really. It doesn't fill just the corners. Like if I spray this, I've sprayed this at the beginning. This is a beautiful hydrosol. Spray that, and if I spray it in the corners, it will stay there a bit longer. But this is it just it it just opens space, and so it creates a freshness, in the room, and then that creates freshness in your thoughts, as a physical body as well. It calms your breathing, and it is it just offers sort of helps you to see a new perspective. Now, although it's native to Australia and Tasmania, eucalyptus is cultivated in many, many temperate subtropical regions around the world. So you've got Portugal, you've got Spain, South Africa, China, Brazil, and parts of India as well. And it just thrives in full sunlight. It loves full sunlight, and it will adapt amazingly with varying varieties of soils, and it's often becoming some of the fastest growing hardwood trees on earth. Actually, it's because of its amazing ability to adapt and flourish too in challenging conditions, and that just reflects that energetic symbolism of resilience and renewal. Many commercial essential oils are produced from carefully managed plantations where leaves are harvested sustainably through the growing season. So they're fabulous. It is extracted through steam distillation, and that it's the leaves, and some young twigs too they will put in it, but it's mostly the leaves, and that's done in a steam distillation. So after harvesting, the aromatic foliage is placed into large distillation vessels. The steam passes through all that plant material, and that releases the volatile, what they call the volatile aromatic compounds. And then as the steam starts to cool, it condenses into fragrant water and essential oil. And that naturally separate because of their different densities. So that method preserves that beautiful characteristic freshness of eucalyptus, and it produces a clear to a pale yellow essential oil, which is it's what it looks like. It can be clear and it can be slightly pale. But there's that in itself is lovely symbolism too. That heat and water, they go together, and they don't destroy the leaves, but it reveals that precious essence that's hidden within those leaves. And in the same way with us, life's experiences often reveal those amazing strengths we have within us that we might never have realized we possessed if we didn't go through things. It's energy signature. It's a breathe deeply. It's a release gently, and then it's begin again. Its energy is it's like standing on a mountain ridge just after sunrise, where every single breath seems to cleanse your body. Every gust of wind carries away yesterday's heaviness, and it doesn't comfort us into stillness. It just encourages us to reconnect with life's sort of natural movement. It's definitely an oil of spaciousness. So if you're feeling mentally cluttered or emotionally weighed down, then have a wee whiff of eucalyptus oil. It's just like opening windows, within us, and it is really, really beautiful for that. There's an unmistakable quality of optimism within this oil too, and that's to me, that's not superficial positivity. It's that beautiful confidence that fresh beginnings remain possible. You know, each breath becomes a reminder that no matter what has happened, life continues offering new moments in which we can choose differently, you know, on how we chose before. I love that, Jen. You have a eucalyptus break. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It is connected to the throat chakra, and so it resonates so beautifully here because of its breath. It relates to the relationship, that intimate relationship of breath. Our voice exists because of breath. Our words, you know, all the words I'm saying, that they're riding upon my breath. And I think I have to start diffusing it in here, because every time I do this live, my nose gets blocked. This is the only live it happens. It's interesting. When our voice, every conversation, you know, begins with an inhalation, and symbolically, eucalyptus just reminds us too that clear communication. It begins not just from speaking, but with creating inner space to know what truly should be said. And the throat chakra is and the eucalyptus perfect together. Moving on to the water now. I think even if you look at it even more deeply, eucalyptus, it encourages us to speak kindly to ourselves as well. And before we can communicate compassionately with the world around us, we often need to transform the conversations that are taking place inside of us. And so eucalyptus becomes an oil not only of clear speech, but of clear inner dialogue as well. Yes, Catherine, it does. So I was just saying I need to have it diffusing in here, or have a bottle to sniff. I don't know what it is about this particular live. It's fascinating. How are you, Catherine? Lovely to see you. Another beautiful teacher here. So please check her out as well. How to use it? It's probably one of the most versatile essential oils. It really is. It supports pretty much everything in our daily life. Diffuse it in the morning to create that beautiful atmosphere of freshness. And that then creates alertness and mental clarity. And it is fabulous to have it in workspaces and study areas and any environment that needs focus. Absolutely. Added to a bowl of steaming water is probably where I use it the most, is have it in a bowl of steaming water and putting my head over it. However, you can have a beautiful bowl of eucalyptus steaming water in your shower. It can be part of your shower routine. So, you know, prepare it, put it in the base of your shower away from the water that's dropping on it, and you will have that with the heat and the steam, that invigorating, absolutely invigorating aroma will then transform that ordinary routine that you do of a shower and into a beautiful sort of wee pause in your morning, and reminding you to breathe more consciously, and begin your day with intention. I think I need to try that tomorrow. I haven't done that for a while. I do the steaming, with a towel over my head, but I have done that before, and I haven't done that for a while. So That'd be. I might just do that. I might just do that. Um, it is fabulous oil for when you feel a bit stagnant or you feel overwhelmed. Have a sniff of eucalyptus oil, and it sort of helps you because it just creates that beautiful freshness. It helps you not dwell on the things you cannot change, but to encourage movement, and go for a walk in nature when you feel like there's things that you want changed and you can't. Go for a walk in nature and take a deep breath. Open the windows. Summertime for most of you, open the windows and just allow that fresh air to enter the house. Spiritually, it's really great being diffused before meditation or while you're meditating, or prayer or reflective practices. It's a symbol of clearing away distractions, and then helping us to arrive in this present moment more fully, and it will really, really open everything up beautifully. I think eucalyptus, it just reminds us that sometimes all we need is a pause or a conscious breath, even just one breath, and that can change perspective. So it's beautiful. Its archetype is the explorer. Why not? We have had fog here all day and it's rolling back in thick again now. It just has not lifted all day. It's probably why my nose is blocked too. The explorer, that's curiosity, growth, the absolute desire to discover new horizons, and that's both in the physical world and within yourself as well. And that archetype absolutely understands that life is a journey. It's not a destination. And that every experience that we have in this beautiful journey that we're on offers an amazing opportunity to learn something beautiful. And eucalyptus just reflects that beautifully. It's expansive fragrance, and it just encourages us to look beyond limitations, to breathe, and breathe and move away beyond old habits, that don't serve us. The explorer, it doesn't say no to the past, but don't get trapped in it. It just reminds us not to get trapped in it, and walk forward with openness, resilience, and trust. And then each new path will become something valuable to teach. It's beautiful. Excuse me. Eucalyptus essential oil is highly concentrated, should always be diluted. Never put it on your skin because it is very highly concentrated. And that's because it has that very high cineol content. So it really doesn't go with the skin at all. And be very careful with it around young children. And some varieties are not recommended for infants either. Most eucalyptus, like the radiata, it's probably all right, because a lot of people use eucalyptus to diffuse in children's bedrooms. I know I did when my son had asthma, and it was fabulous to help him clear and that. But you need to check that out with what's going on with your child. Asthma, you need to be careful. I have asthma, but it doesn't bother me. But again, we're all different. We're all beautiful, unique people. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful and just check it out. And any other sort of respiratory conditions, you might need to just check with your care professional or before using big deep breaths of it, because you might do that and go, "Hoi!" Be very careful that you don't accidentally get some on your finger and wipe your eyes. Oh, don't do that. Be very careful about that. And any other sensitive areas on your body. With this one, always perform a patch test before you use, even when you've got it in the carrier oil. It still needs a patch test. Don't use it internally. You can get lozenges that have the same effect, but don't use it internally. And be very careful if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, or have any other medical conditions. So you need to seek medical advice. You know your body, you know what it's going through, and just have to be aware of that. And, eucalyptus has had a very long history in traditional wellness practices, and its beautiful, invigorating aroma is fabulous for self-care rituals, but it's not a replacement for appropriate medical treatment. Its greatest gift is much more than aromatic. It's an invitation to stop, to be still, to pause, and to inhale deeply, and just remember, we don't think about our breath often, but remember that every single breath that you take offers the possibility of a fresh beginning every single time. Yes, it is beautiful mixed with lavender. It really is. It really is. It loves a lot of the citrus oils too, like bergamot and those sorts of blood orange. It loves blood orange, those sorts of oils as well. As a pairing, these two are fabulous. They're just beautiful. They are different. They may seem very different. The Quantum Quattro, it's richly layered. It's contemplative. It invites us inward, and absolutely invites harmony with all our parts. Eucalyptus, it's bright, it's expansive, it's invigorating. It encourages us to breathe deeply, clear away the stagnation, embrace fresh beginnings. But the two of them together, they just are beautiful. Healing isn't about looking within. It's also about allowing, those things that we discover to flow freely into the world as well. Absolutely. And I like to think that's what I do with you guys. I've spent a lot of time, looking within, and now I feel I can let it flow freely into the world. Now, Quantum Quattro, if you sat beside it with your cup of tea and you had eucalyptus diffusing, I think the conversation would begin that you had with, how are you really? Because when someone asks you, how are you, you usually go fine, but they never ask you, how are you really? And that's a really hard one to go, I'm fine. It requires a real answer then, and the one that we often will only whisper to ourselves too, not to anyone else. We have become experts absolute experts at carrying things. We carry responsibilities, we carry expectations, we carry disappointments, we carry conversations that we wish that they'd gone very differently. We carry our dreams, and sometimes we've placed them up on a shelf because life has become too busy. But Quantum Quattro, it looks at all of that with an amazing compassion. So, you don't have to throw any of it away, just unpack it a little bit. And Quantum Quattro will help you unpack it a little bit. one beautiful layer at a time. And because this crystal is made from several different minerals that have grown together in beautiful harmony, none of them had to stop being themselves to become something beautiful. Malachite, which is in it, didn't become chrysocolla. The diapatase didn't become shattuckite. But they each brought their own beautiful gifts into this. And together they have all created something richer than one mineral could have become alone. So a beautiful, beautiful stone of harmony. It really is. And that's a beautiful lesson for us too, isn't it? A fabulous lesson for us. Maybe there are parts of ourselves that we look at as too sensitive, too quiet, too strong, too emotional, or just too different. But none of them are mistakes that need to be corrected. They are the very things that make us beautifully whole. And eucalyptus, it just smiles. It just smiles, and it opens every window in the room, and suddenly all that fresh air just reaches in. It clears the mind, the shoulders drop and they soften. A deep breath arrives, almost without thinking. And that's what eucalyptus does in our lives. It reminds us that we need continual movement for all those things and all the parts of what are going on in us. They need movement. Quantum Quattro, it gathers, and eucalyptus releases. And one sort of teaches integration, and then the other teaches circulation. But together they create balance. And one helps you to listen to your heart, and then the other one helps you give that heart a voice. And perhaps, that's what this pairing feels, why it feels so refreshing. It just reminds us that life is meant to flow. Love is meant to flow. Compassion is meant to flow. Breath definitely is meant to flow. And even healing, whatever healing you're going through, is meant to flow. Not all at once, not dramatically, just one breath, one choice, one conversation, and one beautiful, kind movement at a time. I know what I didn't do before this live was drop things under my nose. I will do that. I might breathe a bit better. So the next time you hold a Quantum Quattro, this is a beautiful blend I've made for breathing. Oh, I need to make some more. Yeah, that's cleared it. Yes, hold it. Go and get one. Hold it. And then have eucalyptus diffusing, and just know then that you're not trying to become someone new. You're just allowing every single beautiful part of who you are, who you already are, to breathe a little more freely. And I think that's one of the greatest acts of healing that we can offer ourselves wonderfully. When I work with quantum quattro and eucalyptus, it just creates one of the most noticeable sensory transformations of any pairing. And that shift starts with the breath, because you get that cool aroma of a eucalyptus, and it widens the space within the lungs, and that encourages slower, fuller breathing. And then you have the smooth, layered, smooth, layered beauty of quantum quattro. And that just draws your awareness into the present moment. And so together they create that beautiful harmonic balance between awakening and staying grounded. And they work beautifully together. They both help, with thoughts. They become less tangled. The mind goes quieter. And then that's not because it stopped thinking. We're always thinking, but because the thoughts start to arrange themselves a little more clearly. And like scattered leaves starting to settle after a breeze, and our thoughts have been scattered and then they're starting to settle. This pairing is beautiful to encourage openness without feeling overwhelmed, and it creates that feeling of that there's finally enough space, within your heart to hold every single part of your experience with compassion. Many people that I've read about and talked to describe the sensation as standing on the edge of a mountain overlooking a beautiful green valley after it's rained. That lovely sparkly shimmering that you get, and the air is clean, the horizon stretches before you, and every breath carries possibility. And this pairing just reminds us that clarity is not the absence of complexity. It's just the ability to hold complexity with calmness and grace. It's beautiful. Now I've created a few blends for you, which I haven't put up on the Linktree yet. And I will do that tomorrow. I went out today for the first time in 2 weeks, so yay me. I've got a beautiful massage oil, which is fabulous for breathing, and fabulous for actually physical relaxation too. So you've got jojoba, sweet almond oil, you've got calendula infused oil, and then in the essential oils there's eucalyptus, the lavender that Jen was talking about, frankincense, and then the bergamot that I was talking about. Beautiful massage oil. You use that one after you've done your body brushing, and you've had your lovely warm shower, and then put that on your body while your body's still lovely and warm. Amazing. And then even before you start your blending, just bring your crystal and sit it beside where you're doing your blending. And just once you've finished your blend, just hold the bottle in your hand at your heart space, where the crystal connects to, and breathe. Just breathe and put your intention into that beautiful bottle that you've just created. And it's fabulous for massaging onto your shoulders, all over your body, but your chest, your neck. On your chest, helps you breathe all day long. Neck and arms, and definitely do it after the warm shower. It's fabulous. And then go straight into some meditation. Beautiful, beautiful. And deep breathing. Go into your breathing practice. Then I've got a lovely face serum that is like connects you to your heart. That's rosehip seed oil, camellia seed oil, jojoba, and pomegranate seed oil. And then the essential oils are eucalyptus and frankincense and helichrysum. And that's a lovely, lovely oil to connect with the eucalyptus. Beautiful. And after you've cleansed your skin, I use the serum and then my face oil afterwards. So put your serum on, massage it in, massage it beautifully into your skin. And, you know, you're not only sort of caring for your beautiful complexion, but also for all those wonderful experiences that your face reflects throughout your life. And then you can follow that with the face oil. And the face oil is jojoba, apricot kernel, squalene, rosehip oil again, and then eucalyptus, geranium, and Roman chamomile. And that's a beautiful, beautiful blend. And those aromas on your face just leaves it feeling so soft, but very like in harmony, balanced and comfortable. It's fabulous. I have a face toner too, so you can use your toner, then your serum, and then your face oil. You're going to have the best face in town, best skin in town. And so that has hydrosol, rose hydrosol in it, and witch hazel. Witch hazel normally comes with alcohol, but they do make an alcohol-free one, and you want the alcohol-free one for this. And a cucumber hydrosol. Just imagine that on your skin. And then some aloe vera juice as well, and a little bit of vegetable glycerin. You don't have to have that one. That just helps keep the oil, the hydrosols and that mixed together, but you can just give them a good shake if you haven't got the vegetable glycerin. And oh yeah, the cucumber hydrosol, oh, it's beautiful. Or do shake it anyway, regardless of whether you use the glycerin, and then just lightly mist your face after you've cleansed. Then just close your eyes. You've got to close your eyes anyway because you're spraying it all over your face. And then just imagine like little cool droplets because of the cucumber in it. It's like morning dew, that's just settling, and it's so refreshing. And not only on your skin, on your spirit too. It's beautiful. Then I've done another sort of hydrosol spray that you can also use on your face. It's a much more simpler one, so it might be easier for you to get these ingredients, and that's rose hydrosol, cucumber hydrosol, and cornflower hydrosol. And that is beautiful. That one you need to store in your fridge. It likes the fridge. And that one, just use it throughout the day, especially in summer. Get it out, mist your face, and you feel so much revived and fresher. It's beautiful. Then I have one for the room, and that one is eucalyptus hydrosol, rosemary hydrosol, pine hydrosol, and then you use water as well to top it up. You can put in that a solubilizer. My words are not coming out, eucalyptus, use the radiata eucalyptus, and a little bit of lemon myrtle, and that's a beautiful one to spray around your room. It's fabulous. Mist it around your workplace, the room where you meditate, where you do yoga, before you practice or anything like that. That fragrance just creates a beautiful atmosphere of walking through a cool eucalyptus forest after rain. It's fabulous, fabulous. And then I did a mala blend like this one. I've got this one. I should have even made it in a smaller bottle because I want some of these other ones I'm creating too. But I decided I don't need two of them. But these are fabulous. These little small bottles are great for things you just want to try too. And fractionated coconut oil, because that blends into your skin. It doesn't leave a oily residue type layer. So fractionated coconut oil, eucalyptus radiata, frankincense and sandalwood in that one. And then with this you can anoint your wrists, and you can pop it on your fingertips as well before you start using your mala, and it's fabulous for that. And I love using mine, and I'm desperate to make some others. I might just have to do it anyway. And I can alternate. It's fabulous. And then just you move, you know, you don't have to be fabulous at chanting things with a mala. You can just move through each bead, you know, bead by bead, and then just breathe. So, you know, breathe with every bead. And, you know, you can easily do that. It's a lovely way to put some lovely music on and breathe and do your mala each bead at a time. And notice with the eucalyptus that you've got on your fingers and on your wrists, just notice as you're going along the mala how your breath deepens and slows down, and it's fabulous. I've got a tea there which holds the energy of eucalyptus, but there is eucalyptus in it because you can get eucalyptus leaf, but don't use the essential oil. The essential oil is not used for there. You can get dried eucalyptus leaf, and that is, make sure it's a culinary one. Usually when it's dried it is. And so you can put some eucalyptus leaf in it, some lemon balm, some peppermint, nettle leaf, holy basil or tulsi, chamomile flowers, ginger, and after it's steeped, a little bit of manuka honey. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful blend. I need to make some more of that actually. That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. So put a teaspoon of the herbs into a teapot. So a teaspoon per person if you're using a teapot, or an infuser, just a teaspoon for yourself. Pour over the nearly boiled water, and then just cover it. That's why I love this cup. It's got its own little wee covering, and just cover it and let it steep. And that one, because of the eucalyptus leaf, it's fabulous. You need to leave it a bit longer, for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then sweeten it with the manuka honey. Perfect. Oh, thank you, Dina. Thank you so very much. It's all the oils I use. And all the little routines and rituals that I do every day. I use my Kanza wand. I did go out today for brunch, so there you go. But I don't think I did anything different. I had a hat on my head too, and it hasn't gone too flat, so that was good. Thank you. That's made my day. And then just, you know, hold the Quantum Quattro while you're drinking your tea. Even though you've got eucalyptus leaf in the tea, have eucalyptus diffusing beside you. And I don't think I did a diffuser blend, did I? I can do that too and add it to it. And you can just use eucalyptus anyway, or eucalyptus and lavender, or the bergamot. Anything that I said in any of those blends, you can use those oils, just the oils only, not the carrier oils, just the oils in your diffuser, and it's fine. And then just spend a little time making your cup of tea a little wee ritual. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, who wants to meditate? How long are we going? Nearly 2 hours already. Are we up for meditating? Yes. Absolutely. All right. Breathe. Yeah, see, my little thing helped. No, let's do it. I need it. I need it to settle down after talking. Just breathe. If you have this beautiful crystal, hold it. Look, it's getting shinier and oh, it's beautiful. And just imagine that there are mountains that rise way above the earth. They rise way above our soul. The mountains of the world that are climbed with careful footsteps. But the mountain we're going to go to, it's called the Emerald Mountain. And it's going to reveal itself to you beautifully. So just breathe at your normal pace. Close your eyes if you want to, if you feel comfortable to. Even get a blanket and sit cozily in a chair. And today, all the pathways have been opened up. You've got your beautiful quantum quattro. It's beautiful living greens and deep turquoise. It's holding that ancient memory of harmony. Even though it's a young stone, it has that ancient memory of harmony. And just imagine, if you don't have it, diffusing that beautiful smell, beautiful aroma, that cool, that clear fragrance of eucalyptus, fresh as morning mist upon a mountain breeze. Neither of them asks anything of you. They're just simply companions with gentle invitations into a place that has been waiting for you to return to. So keep breathing. Maybe your breath is slowing down a wee bit now. Imagine that fragrance filling your lungs. Imagine it becoming the first breath of the mountain itself. It is cool and clean and carrying with it the scent of rain upon stone, damp moss beneath beautiful big ancient trees, and the silver leaves of the eucalyptus dancing in the morning light. And with every exhale, the busyness of the world starts to soften and release. And the room around you slowly fades, not disappearing, but becoming wonderfully unimportant as another world starts to awaken. And beneath your feet, a narrow pathway of smooth emerald stone begins to appear. Tiny wildflowers bloom along its edges, and their delicate petals shimmering with dew that catches those very first rays of a golden dawn. And ahead of you, towering eucalyptus trees sway gracefully, their pale trunks glowing with beautiful light, and their leaves whisper together in a language that's older than words. It's as though the forest itself has recognized your presence. But you're not arriving as a stranger. You're arriving as one who has finally remembered the way. And as you take your first steps along the path, you notice that every breath becomes more easily than the one before. And your shoulders soften. Your jaw relaxes. Even your thoughts begin to move with a gentler rhythm of the mountain. And far ahead, almost hidden within the soft veil of the morning mist, you glimpse figures dressed in flowing robes, the colour of moss and stone and silver green leaves. And they are the breath keepers. Some are tending young eucalyptus saplings. They're brushing their hands across each leaf as though greeting an old friend. And others kneel beside crystal clear streams, placing smooth emerald stones into the water, one by one. And then a few just simply stand upon the hillside. Their eyes are closed. And they're breathing with such peaceful presence that the wind itself seems to follow their rhythm. None of them hurry. None of them seem to be waiting. Yet somehow every one of them already knows that you have come, that you have arrived. And one keeper lifts their head and they smile with a warmth that asks for nothing in return. Then, placing one hand gently over their heart, they bow, not to welcome someone important, but to honour another soul returning to the harmony that has always been theirs. And without a word, they turn and begin walking slowly toward the heart of the Emerald Mountains. And you find yourself following, not because you've been asked to, but because something deep within you already trusts the path. And the pathway winds gently through the ancient eucalyptus forest, and each step is carrying you deeper into the living heart of the Emerald Mountains. And above you, the silver green canopy sways with effortless grace, allowing ribbons of golden morning light to spill onto the moss-covered earth below. The air is cool upon your skin, not cold, just cool. And every breath feels wonderfully cleansing, as though the mountain is inviting you to release everything that has become too heavy to carry. And the breath keeper walking ahead never rushes. Their pace is slow, deliberate, completely at peace with the rhythm of the mountain. They never look back to see if you were following. They know you're there. And as you continue along the winding path, you begin noticing that every keeper you pass is devoted to a simple act of care. One kneels beside a tiny spring emerging from the rocks, and with patient hands they remove fallen twigs from the water's edge, allowing the crystal clear stream to continue its joyful journey down the mountainside. Another gathers leaves that have naturally fallen from a great eucalyptus tree. They do not sweep them away as something unwanted. Instead, they arrange them beneath young saplings, returning them to earth that first nourished them. And further along, several keepers sit in complete stillness upon smooth emerald stones. And birds, they perch comfortably upon their shoulders. Butterflies settle upon their sleeves, and small woodland creatures wander fearlessly around their feet. Nothing in this realm seems separated from anything else. The mountain is not a collection of individual lives. It is one living breath. As this understanding settles within you, you realize something remarkable. The forest itself seems to be breathing. The branches rise ever so gently. The leaves softly shimmer. The cool breeze flows through the trees with a slow, peaceful rhythm that perfectly matches your own breath. Without trying, without effort, you are breathing with the mountain. And the breath keeper pauses beside an enormous eucalyptus whose silver trunk twists gracefully towards the sky. Its bark peels away in delicate ribbons, revealing fresh layers beneath, smooth and luminous in the morning light. And the keeper rests one hand upon the tree, and you instinctively do the same. Its trunk feels warm, alive, not merely with sap and wood, but with memory. And you close your eyes. For a brief moment, you sense every season this ancient tree has witnessed. Spring rains, bright summer mornings, autumn winds carrying golden leaves, winters trapped in mist. And through every season, the tree remained rooted. It never hurried spring to arrive. It never resisted autumn's letting go. It simply became fully present within each moment it was given. And as your hand remains upon the bark, the keeper speaks for the very first time. Their voice is soft, like leaves moving together in the breeze. The mountain never asks the tree to bloom in winter, nor does it ask winter to become spring. Yet those few words continue echoing quietly within your heart, and you begin to wonder, how often have you expected yourself to bloom while still healing? How often have you judged your own seasons? The mountain offers no criticism, only understanding. And the keeper continues walking, and soon the forest begins opening into a wide, emerald meadow where countless wildflowers sway like colourful waves beneath the morning sun. And the bees, they drift from blossom to blossom, and the dragonflies, they skim across pools of crystal clear water, so clear that they seem almost invisible. And at the centre of the meadow stands an ancient circle of towering stones, and their surfaces shimmer with veins of deep turquoise, rich green malachite, brilliant chrysocolla blues, and smoky copryte shadows, and soft hints of pale cream. And together they form a living reflection of the great quantum quattro itself, every colour held together in perfect harmony. The breath keeper slowly gather around the circle. Some of the breath keepers arrive carrying lanterns woven from living vines. Others bring small wooden bowls filled with clear spring water. One scatters eucalyptus leaves across the emerald grass, and no one speaks. Nothing is announced. Everything unfolds with quiet purpose. And your keeper gestures for you to step into the center of the stone circle. And as you do, an extraordinary stillness settles over the meadow. Even the birds seem to pause. And deep beneath your feet, you feel a small pulse. Slow, steady, ancient. The mountain's heartbeat. It rises through the earth and into the soles of your feet, traveling upward through your body until it reaches your own heart. And for one beautiful moment, the heartbeat within your chest and the heartbeat of the Emerald Mountains become one. The breath keepers close their eyes and each places a hand upon their heart instinctively. You do the same. No words are needed because the mountain is already showing you its greatest wisdom. Nothing within these mountains exists alone. The streams, they need rain. The trees need the earth. The birds need the forest. The flowers welcome the bees. And the breeze carries the seeds. Even the fallen leaves continue nourishing new life. Nothing is discarded. Nothing is forgotten. Everything belongs. And suddenly, with a tenderness that brings tears to your eyes, you understand that perhaps the same has always been true of you. Your joys, your fears, your mistakes, your dreams, your courage, your uncertainty, your strength, your tenderness. None of them were ever meant to compete with one another. They were always meant to belong together. Just as every colour within the heart crystal belongs to the beauty of the whole. The mountain has not changed you. It has simply reminded you of something your soul has known all along. Your own heart has always been whole. And for a long, peaceful while, no one moves. But the silence is not empty, it is full. Full of bird song carried across the meadow. Full of eucalyptus leaves whispering together high above. And of water just tumbling softly over smooth emerald stones. And even the mountain seems content to simply breathe with you, asking nothing, expecting nothing. And the breath keepers remain gathered around the ancient stones, their hands still resting lightly over their hearts. Their faces are peaceful, illuminated by a joy that needs no explanation. And you begin to understand that this is not a ceremony. This is simply how they live. Every moment is treated as sacred. Every breath is received as a gift. Every sunrise is welcomed as though it were the first. And your keeper opens their eyes and smiles. And without speaking, they invite you to walk with them once more. And together you leave the stone circle and follow a narrow pathway that winds upwards toward a quieter ridge, overlooking the entire Emerald Mountains. And as you climb, the landscape slowly unfolds before you. Rolling valleys shimmer beneath the morning light. Silver ribbons of water weave gracefully through the forest. Great eucalyptus groves sway like living oceans of green. And tiny cottages nestle amongst flowering meadows where other breath keepers begin their day, tending herbs, gathering crystal spring water, preparing fragrant teas, laughing together as they work. Nothing here feels extraordinary, and yet everything feels sacred. Your breath keeper notices your gaze. The mountain is beautiful, they say, not because it is perfect. It is beautiful because everything here belongs. And you look again, and now you notice fallen branches nourishing the forest floor. Ancient trees standing beside young saplings. Weathered stones softened by velvet moss. Wildflowers growing from cracks in the rock. Nothing has been hidden, nothing removed, nothing made to appear more beautiful than it truly is. The Emerald Mountains have never tried to become anything other than themselves, and because of that, they are breathtaking. And your keeper bends gracefully and lifts a single eucalyptus leaf that has drifted onto the pathway. Its silvery green surface glows in the morning sun, and holding it carefully between both hands, they offer it to you. This, they whisper, is the gift of the mountain. And you receive the leaf with reverence. It feels impossibly light, as though it has been woven from breath itself. And the keeper smiles and says, whenever life feels complicated, remember this leaf. And you look down, wondering what they may mean. It never struggles to remain upon the tree, it says. It never fears falling. It trusts the seasons. It becomes exactly what is needed. And when it's time to offer shade, it offers shade. When it's time to dance with the wind, it dances. And when it's time to nourish the earth, it lets go. And the keeper places their hand once more over their heart and says to you, so may you. You close your eyes for a moment and just allowing these simple words to settle within you. And it's not as something to remember with your mind, but as something to carry within your heart. As you breathe in the cool fragrance of eucalyptus, it fills every part of you. It no longer feels as though you are breathing the mountain. The mountain is breathing with you. And the harmony of the heart crystal, the wisdom of the breath keepers, the spaciousness of the forest, the patience of the ancient trees, the freedom of the birds, and the peace of the flowing streams. None of these have been left behind. They've already become part of you. And your keeper gestures towards the horizon. The golden light has begun to change. Far below, the emerald pathway on which you were first arrived now glows softly, as though patiently waiting. It's time to return. And the breath keepers begin gathering from every corner of the meadow. Some leave their gardens. Some step away from the streams. Others emerge from beneath the ancient eucalyptus trees. And without hurry, without sadness, they simply come together. And they form a wide circle around you. No one speaks. But one by one, each places a hand over their heart. And you do the same. A beautiful breeze moves through the circle, carrying the cool, clean fragrance of eucalyptus across every smiling face. And the leaves above begin their familiar whisper. The streams continue singing their timeless song. Somewhere nearby, a bellbird offers a single crystal clear note that echoes through the valley. And then together the breath keepers offer their blessing. May your breath always lead you back to yourself. May your heart welcome every part of your journey with kindness. May you stand like the mountain when life asks for courage. May you bend like the eucalyptus when life asks for grace. May you remember that harmony is never created by perfection. It is created by belonging. The words settle around you like soft morning light, and you keep a steps forward one final time. Very gently, they touch the center of your chest. And where their fingertips meet your heart, a tiny emerald light begins to glow. It is the same radiance that lives within the heart crystal, and it grows warmer and brighter, not outside you, within you. And the keeper smiles, and he says, the mountain has given you nothing. It has simply reminded you that what has already always lived here in your heart. And you place your hand over your heart. The warmth is still there, steady, peaceful, real. And slowly you turn towards the glowing pathway. And with each step, the emerald mountains become softer behind you. And the breath keeper remains standing together upon the ridge. And they don't wave goodbye. They just keep one hand over their hearts, smiling with the knowing of those who understand that true home is never lost. The fragrance of eucalyptus lingers with you, and the rhythm of the mountain continues within your breath. The harmony of the heart crystal beats within your own heart. And the pathway slowly becomes light. The light becomes your breath. Your breath becomes the awareness of your body resting peacefully where you began. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the steady rhythm of your breathing. Listen for your heartbeat. Become aware once again of the crystal you might be holding in your hands. Perhaps the fragrance of eucalyptus still lingers in the air around you. And take one slow, loving breath. Then another. And then when you're ready, just stretch a little. Stretch your fingers, your toes, your fingers again. Stretch your body. But just carry the peace of the Emerald Mountains with you. Carry the wisdom of the breath keepers into every conversation. Carry the harmony of the heart crystal into every decision. And whenever life feels hurried, uncertain, or overwhelming, close your eyes and take a single conscious breath. The pathway will always remember you, because the Emerald Mountains are never truly left behind. They live wherever your heart remembers the way home. Blessings to you all, my dear friends. Blessings. Thank you, Maribel. Oh, bless you, Jen. Thank you so much. You are so wonderful. You're always supporting me like that. That is wonderful. And as Jen has done, you can support me in that way, or you can support me by continuing to come back here, or listen to my tracks, join my groups. So those are all wonderful ways of supporting me. Ah, blessings. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Yeah. Ah, okay. I will look into that, Jen. I'm pretty sure I can get it here. Hang on, let me have a look here. I'm fairly certain we can get it here. Spell it correctly. Suppliers. Let's have a look. We can get it from various laboratories around here, not necessarily not necessarily crystal shops. There are laboratories in Australia. Yeah, the one that I get a lot of my crystals from here, they have it. There is a place called Gem Rock Auctions. They, not sure where they are, but it says .com, so they might have it. It's the only place I can see that's not here in New Zealand or Australia. Interesting. So yeah, you could try that one. What did I say it was? Gem Rock Auctions. Yeah, and I think that's at an auction house. So that might be interesting to see if you can find. Yes, that is the biggest problem, Jen. It absolutely is. Yeah, and I can only see, just searching just quickly and generally, that auction place is the only thing I can think of. Oh, you found it? Okay, good. Oh, you're in the mountains. Beautiful. I saw that you were sending me messages, so there must be pictures, I'm assuming. They're emerald in color. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, you sent me a picture of the view there. Let's see if I can find it and show everyone. That just stopped my music, but hey, that's okay. Let's have a look. And there. Look at that. Beautiful. Oops. Doesn't show. That's better. No, that's better. Do it that way. That's a lovely, lovely spot. A lovely spot. Fabulous. Yeah, all the green. There's a lot of green here in New Zealand. You have to come and visit, Jen. You have to come and visit. Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. That's wonderful. Is it the first time you've met her? I love her lives. They are so good. They're so good. Fabulous. All right, my lovelies. That tea and that water has gone straight through me. I love that. I love that. Yeah, she is amazing, isn't she? That's awesome. I will see you in a couple of days' time. And we will have a lovely. I need to get rid of some of these. We are up to the universal chakra this week. So that will be a lovely time to share with you as well. Yes, you too, Jen. You too. I am going to go to the bathroom and then I'm going to go and put my leg up. It gets to the point in this part of the day where it just needs to be put up and rested. So it gets sick of being bent and likes to be just straightened out. But because I can't get onto the floor, maybe I could, but I probably won't be able to get back up again because it doesn't bend. I have a lovely lazy boy chair that I can sit in it and give it some relief, which is really, really good. All right, my beautiful souls, blessings and love to you all. Follow all these beautiful teachers here that have been joining us. We've had Catherine, we've had Dina. Did we have anyone else? I can't remember. But follow them. And I will see you again in a couple of days. Bye all. Have a beautiful day if you're coming into your day, or a beautiful sleep if you're like me, not going to sleep yet, but heading that way. Love you all. Bye.